Oh, it was Power here to review the Kamen Rider Saber Shokugan Wonder Ride Book Set 05. So yeah, this is going to be the first set we're covering, despite the fact that I do indeed have um, sets. What is this? Oh, one. Gosh darn it. 3 and 4. I can't cover them because the Saber Legend Rider week is in limbo until I can get Kabuto and Blade. So we're just gonna continue on from there. So we're gonna cover set 5. Obviously, within this lineup, the exclusives consist of Happy Lento Aragina, and I was stupid and did not look up this one. Here we go. Daikengo Urashima Jiro. Yep. So, as you can see, Saber's present in there. Obviously, if you are familiar, this is what Eurotaros is based off of. I didn't even know he had Rekka there, but you can see the fishing line and such. So obviously the box layout for these is pretty simple. Obviously simple rectangular lines, squares. Gosh darn it. There's some information. Tells you to put it's compatible with the sword driver. This expired in November. The lineup of the set also includes King Arthur, Freeman No Rock Band. I don't remember the double one nor the oldest one. And it tells you can make Happy Rider, which again, stay tuned for Christmas. And then just tells you how that does. And then this one is essentially the same thing. However, obviously this is Happy Rider, so it gets a sparkly and such. This is the typical box. And the color actually matches the book. And tells you to do the Taro combo. So yeah, this took too long. Let's get this over with. I'll be honest about this. I accidentally filmed this out of order because this is supposed to be the first one, but I messed up. So I'll try to make sure to not repeat things I'm gonna go over with that one. But yeah. So this is technically gonna be our first of like purely candy toy bodies, but not exactly, because obviously unlike this one, you actually have to apply these stickers yourself, which is kind of scary because you have to do obviously the cover page and the 2 transformation pages and such. And I get it because, you know, there has to be some kind of labor since obviously these don't have sounds and such. So here is Happy Lento Aragina. Obviously you get Aragino cover with the Santa hat. I think this is the only other Christmas one. And like, I like it overall. And then obviously the back, as we covered before, the QR code for Gamba Rising is now in the back because the watermark is now just a sticker. Then the transformation page. Obviously it's the same thing, just modified a bit. And I really like, well, I think that was always there. Because if we compare this to normal Lento Aragina, obviously it's a lot more blue in hue. Obviously, the biggest difference is that this obviously has a lot more heft than this one. Obviously the bottom only has the one button. Yeah. So obviously the Jin has snow. So then, I'm not going to say the full name. So for Yura, here he is. I like the book covers for these ones are pretty interesting, as you got the character there, and you got the title. Obviously, this is also a story, and it's in this really nice like light blue plastic, because again, we don't really have Wonder Red books in this. Because Peter Fantasista is like the closest. But here's the transmission page. Obviously, this is the generic template kind of thing, but you know, it's pretty neat. So let's get all of our swords that can actually read these. So we're gonna stick with the Kazuchi throughout the entire thing because of obviously later reviews and also because of this. So let's insert it like so. So obviously this, if you couldn't tell, is the exact same thing as the DX Happy Line Senki. So honestly, I'm not going to bother going through much of that because watch the demo. And if you want all the sounds of this, obviously watch this. However, now because we got two of these, we can now do the Nisats. So basically listening through that, I want to apologize for what I said in Superhero Senki. What I said was wrong. It's not the Sansats. Like, the transformation is not based off the Sansats. It's actually based off the Nisats, because Sansats would technically mean that we'll get like a vocal, like the vocalist actually having like his own part, but he doesn't. He only says Superhero Senki. So basically, because this is a Nisats, I will do the Hisatsu Dokha. As you can tell, it's just gonna repeat itself. And you can't skip this. I'll wait and do. Why did I? I'll do the Hisatsu read later because we will take a look at our new book, Yura. So there we get a start of a new combo, Sataru Rider, I believe. It's interestingly in a blue light, or blue LED, which honestly surprised, which is, you know, I guess you would assume that it would have been like a red of some kind, but now when I think about it, I think we don't have any, I think we do have combos that are red. I think that's supposed to be Dino Rider. I don't remember. Hisatsu Dokha. Obviously, it's. I think now we're like 3 in a row where it just says the same thing. So obviously you don't need to listen to that. So which is why we're just gonna go through these two. Obviously, the only difference are the LEDs. And then, I guess here's the deal. I'll only do the transformation with one of these, and then we will just do a Hisatsu read because they're again the same. So yeah, they're both going to say Eternal Wonder, and then have that same end phrase. But however, they actually do have, I at least appreciate this, I just realized this, but I at least appreciate between this and the other Seiken, this actually knows what it is. Like, that's honestly commendable. Because speaking of that, that's the same with the Kuriyami. Because again, the two toys are the same. Woohoo! Yep. So this one, interestingly, is Jaku Taruden. Why is my lens stuck? And this one is obviously the iconic Jaku Happy. We all love dark happiness, because that's what we have inside of us. But yeah, overall, I think this set is pretty neat overall. At this point, obviously, this is our first release of a Happy Rider book. This was technically the last of the Taro books. Obviously, we will cover the other Taro books. I don't know how much days, 2 to 3. But like, I do think this is a solid set overall. I just really do. I think the Happy books are pretty neat. This is honestly probably my favorite one. I will say this like that. This is probably my favorite one of the 3. Probably because it actually matches the LED the most. But yeah. I think these should be pretty cheap to get on Mandarake. I think they're like 600 a piece at best. I think, again, I haven't looked on Mandarake for a while. I want to say post series this one will probably be easy. Not really sure about this one, because this one you will see like laying around, because it doesn't really seem like anyone wants to pick up Happy Riders. But yeah, it's a candy toy set, so, and like obviously, like, you don't have to get, like, I guess I'll say this with all these, you don't have to get the non-DX Wonder Ride books, obviously, because they obviously don't do much. Again, you can just do the combo by, you know, holding this within each sensor quickly and such, but obviously it's not as fun, and obviously this is just a lot easier way of achieving that combo and such. But yeah, that will have to do with this review. This is PowerRider, and I'll leave you people.